Welcome to Synagogues of Maryland, Part 13. We start out in Randallstown. It's in Baltimore County and has about 32,000 residents. The first location, we believe, is no longer a synagogue and looks to be up in a boarded-up condition. It was called the Randallstown Synagogue Center, Agudas Achim. It was formed in 1971 after the merger of several synagogues. There had been the Old Court Liberty Road Synagogue, which had begun in July of 1962, and that merged with the Ahava Shalom congregation in 1966, and then again with Agudas Achim Anshe Sfard of Baltimore City, which had been incorporated as far back as 1922. As I said, this all came together in 1971. It's probably better to say that its official name after all these mergers was the Ahava Shalom Agudas Achim Anshe Sfard Randallstown Synagogue Center. We also believe that through all these mergers, the synagogue was of the Orthodox persuasion. And there is a functioning Orthodox shul in Randallstown. It is called the Winans Road Synagogue Center. Rabbi Shalom Salfer is its spiritual leader. It has services both morning and evening every day of the week. Rabbi Salfer has been its leader since 1976. The congregation moved to this location in 1968 and is the beneficiary of several of the mergers we had mentioned earlier. And then there's Congregation Adat Chaim. Its spiritual leader is Rabbi Jerry Seidler since September of 2013. The congregation lists itself as egalitarian. We also believe that it is of Reconstructionist persuasion. Shabbat services are held every Saturday morning and on the first Friday evening of the month. Oh, and one other thing. We believe that the synagogue holds services in one of the office buildings shown below. It lists its address in Owing Mills. We jump over to Rockville, Maryland, and Conservative Congregation B'nai Israel. Rockville has about 64,000 residents. There are daily services, one in the morning and a Marv Minyan in the evening. Jonathan A. Schnitzer is the senior rabbi, and he is assisted by Michael J. Safra. The congregation has been around since the mid-1920s. And then there's the Chabad Israeli Center of Rockville. It caters to a mostly Hebrew-speaking crowd of Israelis. It has a Friday evening and Saturday morning Shabbat service. Rabbi Shlomo Beitch is the director. Congregation Ezras Israel is an Orthodox shul. Basically, it's a shtibel, and it began in 1907 in Washington itself. In 1978, it shifted to this Baltimore suburb. Rabbi Eliezer Kreiser has been its spiritual leader since the new millennium. He has worked hard to grow the synagogue so that it now has a daily both morning and evening minyan. One should be able to figure out by looking at this synagogue building that it is Sephardic. It is called the Magen David Synagogue. Besides Shabbat services, it has a daily morning service. The congregation was formed in 1966. Rabbi Chaim Ovadia is its spiritual leader. Our next house of worship is Reformed Temple Beth Ami. Gary Pokras is senior rabbi, and he is assisted by Bat Yamim Weiss. Shabbat services are held both Friday evenings and Saturday mornings. The congregation was founded in 1971 and today has more than 1,200 member families. It moved into the building shown here in September 1999. It has a religious school of over 800 students and a nursery school of 130 students. Which brings us to the last house of worship on this trip, Tikvat Israel Congregation. It is conservative affiliated. Benjamin Schul was hired as its full-time rabbi in July of 2015. Besides Shabbat services, it has a Sunday and Monday morning and evening minyan. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it has only an evening minyan, but then again on Thursday, it has both a morning and an evening minyan, and of course as well on Fridays. The congregation got its name due to a merger that occurred between Temple Israel of Silver Spring and Beth Tikva of Rockville. Temple Israel began in 1951, Beth Tikva in 1959, and therefore Tikvat Israel became the result in 1997. It is located on the original grounds of Beth Tikva in Rockville. The congregation now has about 300 member families. We still have several more synagogues in Maryland to check out, so bye for now and see you real soon.